Hello and welcome to Leonie Kent and her YouTube tour, which is a look back at Sutton Valence. Welcome also to Wet Hair, because I'm afraid time-wise kind of got away with me and I've only just washed it. But the good news for you all is I'm clean, and that's important in a virtual tour guide. So hello Anne, I can see we've got you on board, and interestingly enough I can see that you're saying hello to Sarah, but I can't actually see Sarah or anything that Sarah has written, so it's very confusing to me. I'm also just going to slightly tweak my phonio position because I'm not sure I'm uberly happy with it. Now either I'm slightly on a tilt or the phone is. Possibly me. Let me see if we can do this. I'm also jolly hot. I think I'm having a hot flush. So hello Emma of the Braesby. Sorry to hear you're not well again. That's very naughty. Hello Fran. Lovely to see you. I haven't seen you on tour for a while. Excuse the thumb. Hello Sarah. Not entirely sure that's done anything. Hello Kathy. Hello Inga. Hello Rosie. I'm sorry, I think I sounded a little bit like a horse. It's definitely me on the tilt. Yes, well, this is it. It could... hot. One used to enjoy a hot shower, but one now finds a hot shower is too hot when you're on the menopausal spectrum. Hello, Tisharoo. Ah, yes, Rosie. So I know you wrote that and I read it. Ginny is possibly back from wherever she's been running around. Ooh! You appreciate the horse greeting. I know, you always like my strange noises. Sorry. Hello, Ronnie. Not convinced I'm still not slightly tilted, but doesn't really matter, does it? What's a tilt between friends? I confess that Sean the Sheep sits in my office, aka my spare room. And, oh, Ginny's still in Bologna. And spaghetti Bologna. And I have a couple of times been in a meeting and I have brought out Sean the Sheep. Hello, Dawn. So, yeah, I mean, why would you not? I'm a very professional person. But I do adore Sean the Sheep, and I think he gives me a little bit of therapy, Mr. Sean. And the good news is, although somebody did say the other day that they'd had enough of Sean the Sheep, I have got 2 more Sean tours. So right, let's be professional. For those that are actually, oh, I'm glad Tish is waving madly at Sean. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Please do like it and come back and subscribe to the channel, like all the videos, watch all the videos. It'd be fabulously fun. And then what was I going to say? Oh yes, anyway, so if you're watching this now and it's not live, you can scroll forward till about 15 minutes and that's when the tour proper will start. Well, I know I poor little Sean, he was quite, I'm one of those, I don't take the labels off cuddly toys, but I do realise that it's probably a little difficult, but as you can see, he's having a nice little cuddle. And I was with the hospice yesterday, basically, when I say I was with the hospice, I was volunteering with the hospice. We had the Moonlit Walk yesterday, which is in Cobtree Manor Park. Beautiful park, quite a steep hill, which I did walk. And I did a bit of double bubble yesterday. Hello, Michael. I'm glad to see you because we miss you when you're not here. Volunteered in the morning. With the cattery, which was lots of fun, as always. And then I volunteered in the afternoon, evening at the Moonlit Walk. So consequently, when I woke up this morning, one may have overdone it slightly. So today, I have not achieved a huge amount, I have to be honest. all my good intentions were blown away in the wind, which was outside and not inside, just to clarify. Fruit and nut. Other varieties of chocolate are available. Quite like fruit and nut chocolate, but not necessarily the fruit, just the nuts. So that's just hazelnut chocolate, probably. 2 sheets of fruit salad. Froto. Emma, you're definitely the nuts. So yes, apologies to everybody who's joining and wondering why my hair is the way it is. It's because I washed it for you all. Mainly because I didn't want to have a really late shower and go to bed with wet hair. And as I said earlier, didn't achieve a lot today, so left everything until the very last minute. Oh, Ginny's the ice cream. What's the weather like in Bologna? Is it like Kent? Which was actually not, it was actually fairly acceptable today. Yesterday was lovely. I did think that it would have been nice to have been absolutely sitting outside. But I wasn't. I was busy being a volunteer, which was fun. And today I went outside to put my recycling in the bin. Yes, no windstorms inside. Save that for Christmas. I'm so glad you're now all working out what bits of food that you are. I'm not even sure how we got here. But as usual, it's degenerated. So what else have I been up to this week that's exciting? I decided to reduce the number of litter trays because there are 2, and Lepesh sometimes decides that she's going to use one even though she's just come inside, which is really annoying. So I took one and put it outside, and I'm hoping that she will reduce the number of visits she feels the needs. Feels the needs? Needs the feels. Hello Margaret, welcome. It's a little bit crazy already, I do apologise. Could you perhaps do some semblance of sensibility in? I like a Sunday roast, actually. I met my brother last Sunday, and in Surrey, which for those of you who aren't British, Surrey is rather expensive. It was expensive. It was £20 for a roast dinner, which is actually rather a lot of money, I felt. Which wouldn't have been so bad if it had been the most amazing roast dinner that I'd ever had, but unfortunately it wasn't. But the company was lovely, so that's perhaps the most important thing. Anyway, we had a lovely walk, and we looked at lots of mushrooms which were growing. It was very exciting. So that is where the photo for the post I put in together virtually came from. My brother was very artistically lying kind of on the ground to kind of get a shot through the hole in the middle of the mushroom towards the trees. I tried, and unfortunately mine was not as good, which was very irritating. There are also some toadstools. No, mushrooms, toadstools. Anyway, they are called something which I've forgotten already. Those are the ones though, Tish. Those are absolutely the ones. They're incredibly toxic. I didn't realise you shouldn't even touch them. So we took some pictures of those, which were lovely. Is my brother a fun guy? Oh, gosh. You didn't, Michael. He did. He caught me out. That's very naughty. Very naughty. Meow, David, Wendy and Daisy. Sorry, I nearly put Daisy first, so I had to correct myself. My brother is, it was an Annika, oh, the trouble is, he shared them with my dad, and my dad went, oh, is it that? And then I Googled it, and I knew again the second time, and I've forgotten again. So my brother is a very fun guy, actually, as it happens. He did also identify where the magic mushrooms were, which I did not partake of any, and nor did he, to be clear. So for those of you who have said agaric, thank you, fly agaric. Thank you. Hurrah! I remembered the word fly, and then Margaret put it in. It's all hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. For those of you that wanted me to post you buy one of those Shaun Sheep books, by the way, I finally managed to get to the post office. So I think it comes to about £3.50 postage and packaging. So I will be sorting myself out and making contact with you soon. Yes, Tish, I know. It was only until I read it out loud that I realised what the naughty monkey was doing. Moving swiftly on. So if you haven't looked at my posting together virtually, please do have a nose. I know some of you have already. And thank you for replying and giving us some more information so I can feed it back. And thank you as well to anybody. Oh, see, I was trying to work out which is the one that doesn't show my little fingers. So thank you, Anne. I got your tip before we started. That's very naughty of you. Thank you, Sue, and thank you, Mike. No, that's not right. I've got that wrong already. See, it literally. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Emma, and thank you, Mike. Anyway, probably had the shower too hot. What can I say? If I've melted in a pool at the end of the tour. So I put a post in Leonie on tour and I said to you, hey, Susan's back. Oh, hi, Mitzi. How are you? Susan left us very upset because she was going to be without internet. Susan now has internet, so that's very good. And she joined with Mitzi as well. I like the name Mitzi. I think, and I hope you don't find this insulting, I think one of my friends called their cat Mitzi. There you are. What can I say? Completely forgotten what I was saying now as well before I got sucked into the internet return. I can't imagine what it would be like to be without internet because I don't get any phone signal in the house. So I would be completely without social media. It would be like going back in time. I am aware that my reliance on social media is far too much. And I'm very pleased to say that when I was with my brother, I believed I walked all around and did not look at my social media. Oh, yes, I was talking about my post, wasn't I? And then saying, yes, so the reason why we're doing this tour is because I asked people which they would prefer to see a rerun of, Sutton Valence or International Cat Day. This was the vote. Sorry, Mike, might not have been his vote. However, if it is nice next Sunday, I may potentially be able to go to Sutton Valence and do the tour live again. Oh, everybody had a dog or cat named Mitzi when you were growing up. Oh, who was I speaking to the other day? And they were saying that their dog was called Willow and, or I think I accidentally called the child the name of the dog. Because I think, and anyway, it was all the usual, quite frankly. A friend of mine's child is called Willow. It was buffering, was it? There's a TV advert at the moment which shows Idris Elba flying through into somebody's house to mean that if they go onto this new provider, I won't mention it, I'm not going to give them advertising, they too can get less buffering. Oh, let me check what time it is. Oh, 1 minute to go. And before I start talking about buffering and packages, I nearly said the name of the provider after saying I wouldn't. You have kids in your class with the same names as your dogs. I'm guessing not Donut. Right then, I'm sure it must be on the nose. Oh, it's not on the nose. Not on the nose. You would like Idris Elba to fly into your house. Yes, well, they both flew up through the ceiling. A friend whose daughter and dog both have names of flowers. Very tricky. I once named a family of cats. We named them after the flowers. So there was Lily, Daisy. I won't go through because I won't be able to remember. And huzzah! We are now at 7 o'clock UK time. We're on the nose. So thank you for joining. This tour is actually a look back on the International Cat Day tour. And which was in the summer last year, so glorious weather, unlike now. And I've actually included the pre-live because we have some in the main tour, because I'm talking to you live now, but we also have some appearances of Le Chou, of the cats while I'm doing it. And yes, I should rename the Sutton Valence tour the William tour. Good old William, he features quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll across, I'm going to play the video, and I'm going to try not to interrupt myself. So it's going to be strange. You've got two versions of me, and let's jolly well hope. I am really hoping that you're able to hear me and see me. I can hear you. Can't see that I've got anybody at the moment, but I'll let it go for a minute. I can see there's a couple of... fantastic. The numbers are on. Listen, guys. I know we're in pre-live, but I don't know how long this little fella is going to last. Apollo, darling, can you go in front of the camera for me, please? Yes, darling. No, in front of the camera for me, please, darling. In front of the camera. Good, there we are. There's a good boy. There we are, guys. Just to show you, Apollo is here. Unfortunately, Apollo's really excited to be with his mummy, and therefore actually filming him is going to be slightly tricky. Yes, I know, Nikki. Apollo has shown up. He started rubbing his feet around me while just before I was trying to go live, and I thought it was Peachy, and I was like, oh, Peachy's there. And then I was like, oh, no, it's Mr. Apollo, who was, of course, very absent yesterday. Very absent indeed. So there's my foot. Not sure why you needed to see that. These are the trainers that I take with me to the to all the tours that I get soaking wet and they're ruined, and the reason for that is because it's actually rather damp at the moment. Natalie, there you are. See? Let's see if we can get a better shot of Apollo. So hello to everybody that's joined. Hello, we have a death maker, which is interesting. I don't think you've joined my tours before. Pizzazz, hello. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Susan. And hello, Nat. There's an Apollo bottom. Oh. Not quite as exciting as an Apollo front. But where there is a front, there is usually a bottom. I think Odessa looks like she was maybe going to attack Apollo there. So, I say, well, that was ridiculous, wasn't it, Peachy? Someone in the chat, Tish. Never joined again, I don't think. So we've kind of started a bit of the visual tour already. I did call Apollo earlier, hoping that he would... Does everybody have to jump on top of the gate? Is that... Right, can everybody not leave? Beautiful foots, though, aren't they? I mean, not quite sure what he's doing. Well, jumping down. Okay, then, that might be... Is that it? Are we going to see you again, Mr. Apollo? Yeah, maybe. Because I know I'm very, very cute. I'm so cute. Yeah, I'm cute. Oh. Yeah. Cute. Cute. I sound deranged. Oh, it's like Romeo and Juliet. It's the star-crossed lovers. Get off the microphone, Peachy. Yes, play with your brother. Leave my microphone wire alone. Oh, smitten with my kittens. Of course, today is August the 8th. As of August the 10th, Apollo is no longer a kitten. And he becomes cat. He moves to cat status. Right, he's just gone indoors. marvellous behaviour. I think my neighbours have just turned up home. So I'm just going to move slightly backwards because I'm looking for something. Which I appear to have left in the house, which is marvellous. So luckily this is the pre-live, not the live. So I'm going to see if I can prop you up in my plant pot. Oh. See if that works. Will I go and get what I need? Oh, no, that didn't work at all. Oh, well, it was a good idea while it lasted. Bear with, caller. Oh, I'm not sure what I've managed to... Oh, look, we've suddenly got everybody join in. Either the chat was terribly slow, or me playing with the gimbal has pushed everything through. So I've suddenly got... Hi, Sue. I've got Pam on. I've got Anne. Another Nikki in the house, spelt differently. And then I've got Nicole. So actually, the Nicks are winning this time, not the Zoos. We've got, not the Sues. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Margaret. Hello, Tish. Propped in a plant, but yes, but it didn't go very well. And I need to get something from indoors. So it's all, I really want to be able to say to the cats, look, can you please look after my gimbal while right, let's have a look. Wonder if you could prop up in this. Oops. No, sorry. My, It is. My gimbal is not very happy at the moment. So what I may need to do is reset the whole thing. But I'm just trying very hard because I got excited that Apollo was there. And I've started too quickly, which is rather annoying. There is only one gnat. Yes, only one gnat. Right. Now, I'm not sure this is a wise idea, but bear with me. You might go terribly wrong. I'm going to be back in 30 seconds. That tree was the one the 30 seconds. Driver drove into, and it's been cut down. On the 18th of October. Are you still there? I'm still here. Honestly, I might take a photo later of how I've actually propped you up. It's quite funny. It's just a tour about trees today. That's all. You're just going to be looking at tree branches. Oh, tree. Right. Ha. Splendid. Splendid behaviour. Hello. Ooh. Nobody needs to see that. Hello, everybody. Let me see. So basically, let me just show you very, very quickly what I prop in. See the hole in the tree? Yes. You were all in there. You were holding on to the tree for your dear lives. Last August. So let me just see who, with my big finger. Oh, dreadful shot. Who I miss saying hello to. Let's use this finger because then you don't get to see the finger. Hello, lethargy. National Gimbal Day. That's a very good point, Tish. When is National Gimbal Day? I think I've said hello to everybody, which is marvellous. The hydrangeas are super, and do not let me forget, I want to show you, what do I want to show you? Long plant with flowers, gladioli. Which has come out lovely. We've only got 1 minute till we go live, so anybody who's actually joined will probably think, what on earth has happened? The woman's put us in a planter and it's collapsed. She's tried putting us in a tree and it started to collapse. Well, welcome. It's a Tuesday. I don't know how many people we're going to have on board because, well, it's a Tuesday. I'm normally the weekender. But today is obviously international Cat Day. So I did want to obviously do the tour today. Weather is, well, let's just hope. I have noticed that some of the paving slabs on my front lawn are dry. So my hope is that if it does drizzle, that I will at least be able to hide under the tree. Anyway, here we are, it's 7 o'clock on the nose. So I've noticed that Peachy and Apollo have now run off down the path around my house. So whether or not we'll see them again, let's hope so. I need to... right. I hate mics, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, how rude.
They don't half get in the way of everything. It's not the microphone itself, to be honest, it's the actual wire. So welcome. Welcome to the International Cat Tour. What I'm going to do is choke, and that'll be the shortest tour. No, I don't hate mic. I hate microphones. So I'm going to speak like this for the rest of the tour, just in a dramatic effect. Pretend I'm Shakespearean. We're going to share some, when I say we, again, it makes me sound like I have multiple personalities, just me. I'm going to share some fun, interesting cat information. Now, for those of you that were on Sunday's tour, of course, you're going to remember all of it because you were paying attention to my every word. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around, and it's going to be great because, as you will see,
There's no cat.
the cats have all disappeared. They'll come back. I could stand up again, but I've only just managed to sit down, so you know. Let's see. Peachy! Now, cats sleep between 13 to 16 hours per day,
Hi, guy.
which is about 70% of their life. If you consider, see, there's my spicy little calico being chased by my ridiculous black and white tuxedo, followed in the rear by Peachy, who probably doesn't have a clue what's going on. You're distracting me now, Peach. So if you think that humans sleep for about 8 hours a day, if you're lucky, cats can be sleeping up to double that. Now, group of cats are called a clouder, which makes me think of a seafood dish. A seafood dish. But I think that's chowder, and I'm not even sure if that's a seafood, but hey-ho. A male is called a tom or a tomcat. Now, a female, and I said this on Sunday, is called a queen. What I forgot to say is, if you have a spayed female, she's actually called a molly. If you have unneutered female who goes into heat, then she is called a queen. If you have an Odessa, she's a queen, because she is just a queen, and nobody can deny it. I've now got that song, Which Nobody Can Deny, going around my head. Marvellous. Cats can jump up to 6 times their height. So if you had a male, and he's 6 foot tall, why not? He would be jumping up to 36 feet. I'm not sure how high 36 feet is, but I think I'd be lucky to jump over a foot. And by a foot, I mean in size, not in a person's. I can easily jump that high. I'm pleased to say I have that skill. They are believed to be the only mammal that can't taste sweetness because they lack the receptor for sweetness. However, that doesn't mean that they won't try and eat something which is sweet. They just can't probably taste it. They are nearsighted, but their peripheral and night vision is better than that of humans, which is rather fabulous. But they never get the chance to wear glasses. And I don't think they have laser surgery either. Now, cats have 18 toes, 5 on each front paw, 4 on each back. Now, if they have extra digits, they're called a polydactyl, which isn't a dinosaur. Now Nicky's just like 6 times their height, so it says. I mean, it might be jump down, not jump up. I mean, that's really bongy. But don't forget as well, the other thing is, I quite like bongy, that I don't think they were taking the height from a cat standing on its back legs to its head. I think they probably look at a cat and go height when they're standing. So if you look at Apollo demonstrating that now, he did a pretty good jump there. Apollo, can you come back and demonstrate again in case Nikki didn't see it? No? Go on. You know you want to. If you measure a cat, you can always, do like everybody does on the door frame. But I think, to be honest, they don't keep growing like we do, except for their bellies. They're now in the hydrangea, which is rather lovely. Now, so Nikki can't picture a lion jumping 6 times its height. You need to have a better imagination. I can imagine a lion jumping 6 times its height. Unfortunately, I see it jumping towards me and then eating me, so maybe that's not such a great thing. Cats' claws curve downward, so they can't climb down trees. Head first, they have to back down. You see, Shin, that's exactly it. Nikki, put the lion on a trampoline and then imagine it jumping 6 times its height. Thank you, Joan. The hydrangea was here when I moved in, and I do look after it every year by trimming the dead heads off, and that's about all it gets from me. So I can't really claim anything. Now, cats have 230 bones. Humans have 206. I'm showing the hydrangea because I know there are actually Apollo and Peachy in there, and at some stage they will pop out, one hopes. They have 13 ribs, unlucky for some, whereas humans only have 12. So if you think about the size of a human and the size of a cat, they've packed in an extra rib. A lot of plants, Nikki, are toxic to cats, but I am fairly comfortable that this one has been here a long, long time. Yuccas are not great for cats. I know that because Nemo once chewed on one when he was a kitten and made himself ill. So yeah, there are lots of plants that you need to be careful of with animals. Lilies, of course, with cats are an absolute no-no. They've got whiskers on the back of their front legs. They're called the carpal whiskers. Okay, guys. How many bones have cats got?
I've already forgotten. 214?
I mean, I literally just said it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Tishy's saying 270, Margaret's saying 230, Nicole's saying a bit more than us, Ronnie's saying 230, Nat's saying a lot. I love it. You see, this is great. I could literally just do this as a quiz. 236. Catherine's added 6 on. It's 230. So well done, those who got it right. Give yourself an extra verbal.
Not sure, Mike.
Now, there was the Apollo escaping from said hydrangea. Now, cats have got the largest eyes of any mammal relative to head size, which is why I think they're so jolly cute. So humans have got 206 bones, cats have got 230, cats have got 13 ribs, and we've got 12. They use their tails for balance, so I'm going to order a stick-on tail for Ian, because I think he and I could both use one. Whiskers generally about the same width of their body, and that's fantastically clever. So that's so they can tell which small spaces they can get into. Yeah, that's the carpal whisker, Ronnie. Now, they walk like camels and giraffes. They have their right feet going first, then both left. So next time you see a cat, have a look and see whether or not it looks like a camel. Because if it does, what we could do is set something up in Egypt whereby we sell cat rides, just to look at the pyramids. Now, male cats Odessa, could you show your right, left, please, for us, please, for us. Right, left, right. No, could you do it slower? Oh, that's the rain. Slower. Right, left, right, left. I see. Why the extra rib, Ronnie? Well, I'm guessing it's because I've no idea. I'm guessing because they wanted it. Male cats are likely to be left pawed, and female likely to be right. Now, Tish has got a good one on this. So if they write you a love letter, you'll be able to tell if they're male or female. Just watch the way they use that pen. They're most active at dawn and dusk, which is why owners across the globe do love when their cats wake them up at silly o'clock, because that's, unfortunately, the way they like it. They spend up to a third of their waking hours grooming. So if we think we've got 70% of their time asleep, and the rest of that 30%, they spend a third of that grooming. Oh, Pashwani Nani, Pashwani. See, this is when children never listen to you. Peachy! Yeah, bye-bye then. Bye. See, yeah, bye then. She'll be back. Cats will refuse unpalatable food to the point of starvation. So when I was a child, I could not bear cooked onion. Blech. And my mother would torture me. No, my mother would make me eat it. Well, if I was a cat, I would have sat there and starved. And this is the gladioli I wanted to show you, because if you can see, I've got these kind of, well, I'm not even sure what colour you call them really, orange, yellow, but now this beauty has just come out. And, oops, it really is, the colours are absolutely gorgeous. So I was quite pleased when I looked out today. Oops. Then I've got a black and white gladioli. These are more unusual, and they take a lot more maintenance. Will you not even look at my microphone wire? Thank you very much. Now, whoops, this is the table and chairs. It is my project, which is why it looks so shamblesy. I would have it in the front garden if it wasn't for the fact that it's actually, yeah. Oh, I think that was a hiss. I think that was Odessa getting completely fed up with Peachy chasing her, running around the room. Not the room, because we're not in a room. I'm just backing away because somebody has got his eye on my microphone lead. Told you should be back. Cats are also, oh, will you, no, Polo, no, Polo, no. You'll make, if you play with the microphone wire, it's going to make the gimbal go bang.
Oh.
It's International Cat Day, not International Cat Be Annoying Day. No, leave it alone. Oh, for goodness sake. If you ruin the gimbal because of your buffoonery, I won't be pleased. And I'm not talking to you Voyagers, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Catnip has effects similar to LSD or marijuana. It wears off within about 15 minutes and it won't surface again for a few hours. Now, only about half of the cats in the world respond to it, which, as I said on Sunday, I'm still not sure how they know this, whether or not they sent a survey round to all the cats and asked them to complete it. Cats' grooming stimulates the blood flow to their skin, regulates their body temperature and helps them relax. So I guess it's like a little self-massage, which is quite nice. So what I suggest is everybody have a bit of a lick of their arm and see if it stimulates blood flow to your skin, regulates your body temperature and helps you relax, or whether you just feel like a bit of a twit. They don't like direct eye contact because they find it threatening. They like to mark you by rubbing their scent glands on your legs, your face, whatever they can get. They're not picky. And their scent glands are on their face. Now, cats started meowing to communicate with people. And I remind myself of this when I got Apollo and Peachy not to respond to their meows, because then they learn that they can meow, they get something. Of course, I completely forgot, and Peachy is quite vocal. If they stick their bottom in your face, it's a sign of friendship. At least that's what they say. There was a green cat born in Denmark in 1995, and by all means you can Google this, and they think that's because of there were high levels of copper in the water pipes nearby. I don't think it was actually like some sort of green like you'd get from the like Shrek. Miss Greenie, well, that would have been a very original name, Tish. The Incredible Hulk in some sort of cat expression. President Abraham Lincoln had 4 cats in the White House, whereas Bill Clinton's cat socks were said to receive more letters than him. I don't know who read more of the letters that they received, but it might not have been Bill Clinton. Maria Assunta left her cat Tommaso 13 million in 2011, but that was beaten by Gunter, a German Shepherd, who was left 138 million by Carlotta Liebenstein. Now, 138 million would buy a lot of bones. I mean, I'm not saying that if I was left 138 million, I'd buy bones, but I'm just saying. In Talkeetna, Alaska, there was a 17-year-old orange tabby called Stubbs who was mayor. Now, he had an honorary position, and he was in post from, they've had from 1997 to 2017, and then Denali took over. Karl Lagerfeld left 1.5 million to his cat, Choupette. Well, only 1.5 million. I mean, Tommaso had 13 million. Karl Lagerfeld is, well, he was quite rich. Bit stingy, if you ask me. Cats' purrs vibrate at a frequency of 25 to 150 hertz, which is the same frequency at which muscles and bones repair themselves. So if you do have a broken bone or a sore muscle, what I would suggest you do is get next to your cat and see whether or not they'll try and fix it for you. Cats can drink seawater to survive, although I certainly wouldn't suggest giving it to them instead of fresh water. Humans can't. Their kidneys can filter out the salt. Now, a cat, unfortunately, will mate with its siblings.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same standards as humans do. And unfortunately, this can then lead to inbreeding and issues with the kittens, which is why multi-cat households can multiply and multiply, because the male cat doesn't go, ooh, she's my sister, I'm not going there. He goes, hubba hubba, and there's the kittens. Cat's nose is unique, like fingerprints. So if you have got a fingerprint recognition on your phone, try it with your cat's nose and see what happens. In the US, there are approximately 700 million feral cats. Many shelters run trap, neuter and release, which is a fantastic scheme for making sure that we don't end up being overrun. Often you'll find that cats have got a little section taken out of their ear to show that they've been neutered. Now, not only do they mate with their siblings, kittens in the same litter can have more than one father. In fact, that feline hussy could have different dads for all of her kittens. The female releases multiple eggs over the course of a few days when she's in heat. And of course, if she's going out and about on the town and she comes across lots of different toms, they can all become the baby daddy. Unfortunately, they don't have to pay any child maintenance. There are 200 feral cats at Disneyland to control the rodents, but as we discussed on Sunday, we didn't think that was likely to include Mickey and Minnie Mouse. We think they're safe. Hello, Michaela. Now, white cats with blue eyes are prone to deafness. However, what I would say is I rehomed a white cat with blue eyes, and we knew he was deaf because he didn't respond. However, of course, what actually happened is that when he got home, and amusingly on the way home, she turned off the radio so it wouldn't disturb him. But when she got home, she noticed that he responded when she was opening tins of cat food. And it turned out he wasn't deaf at all. And so she ended up moving from her flat, because he was going to be a house cat, and got a house with a garden. The oldest cat died in 2005, as per Guinness Book of Records. 38 and 3 days, and those 3 days were important, called Cream Puff. And it was born in August 1967. Look at you all coming in now. Origination of the word 9 lives, believed to date back to the ancient Egyptian sun god Atum-Ra, who was believed to take the form of a cat on visits to the underworld. Legend has it that she gave birth to 8 other gods, so 9 lives in one. Although it may have come from China, where the number 9 is considered lucky, and it's actually my lucky number. Cats can withstand great falls. Not fools, fools. They probably put up with fools as well. Pet cat in New York City apparently survived a fall of 32 stories and only had minor injuries. Although, I'll be honest, I still can't get my head around that one. There is an English proverb: a cat has 9 lives. For 3 he plays, for 3 he strays, and for 3 he stays. Now, William Shakespeare used an expression in Romeo and Juliet, which was published in 1597, so a few years ago now. Tybalt said, "What wouldst thou have with me?" And Mercutio said, "Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives." Now, cats have a righting reflex. They can twist their bodies around while they're falling, so they can land on all 4 feet. So, if you put a slice of buttered toast, butter up, and attach it to their back, and then they jump out a window, where will they land? They have a large body surface compared to their weight, which helps reduce the force of their landing. They have great flexibility in their bones and their ligaments, which helps them sustain minimum injury from impacts. Basically, they're a little bit bouncy. Well, Robin, I'm not entirely sure how anybody can fall 32 stories unless they're really teeny and it was a doll's house. There are many songs about cats, or with the word cat in. So just a few of those I want you to sing along at home. Tom Jones, What's New Pussycat?
Whoa, whoa.
That was 1965. In 1976, Al Stewart had Year of the Cat. 1961, one of my favourites from the Tokens, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. I Taught I Taught a Putty Tat, Mel Blanc, in the 1950s. And Elton John in 1972 with the Honky Cat, which makes me think of a stinky cat, but actually it refers to someone who likes the honky-tonk music and reflects a move from rural to city life. Baloo, Baloo, Baloo. Baloo is here at the moment. I'm trying to entice him, but he is spending some of his 30% grooming. Come on then, baby. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, he's a good boy. Yes. Yes, good boy. And we'll just then do that so we get to see Mr. Baloo.
Baloo.
Mr. Baloo! You don't know that song? Oh, honky-tonk music. Now, if you're wondering why there's cardboard on that step, it's because it was slightly damp and I didn't want to get a wet bot. However, you will now see there are so many multiple dirty cat paw prints on it that that's kind of a bit wasted now. I must remember not to sit down again. Now, cat's eyes appear to glow. Oh, goodness gracious me, made me jump. Because they are, like other nocturnal animals,
Baloo.
reflect light. Well, not they themselves, their eyes, to be fair. The cat's entire body doesn't reflect light. That would be just silly. And that's why their eyes can be seen to shine brightly like some sort of alien force in pictures. Now, Cats the Musical was based on a 1939 poetry collection, The Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot. And I know a lot of you have probably seen that musical in one form or another. Now, the musical opened in 1981 in the West End and in New York's Broadway in 1982. And it was Broadway's fourth longest running show for 18 years and the 7th longest running West End show at 21 years. So it's been a very popular musical. Now, interestingly enough, yes, Baloo has the colour tone. Now, if you have a black cat with a tabby markings, if he sits out in the sun a lot, which Baloo absolutely loves to do, he will go this incredible browny ginger. Now, in 2019, the film Cats got rather bad reviews, despite having lots of big names in it. And it was estimated to have lost between 71 to 114 million after marketing and distribution, which is something. Mr. Baloo, would you like to show your face? Would you like to show your face, Mr. Baloo? Lots of cartoon cats. You've got Garfield, Tom and Jerry, Felix, Sylvester from Looney Tunes. You've got Top Cat, which may just be a British thing, sorry. You've got the Cat in the Cat. Well, that would be interesting. The Cat in the Hat with Dr. Seuss. Got the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. You've got Hello Kitty. You've got Puss in Boots from Shrek. You've got the Aristocats, the Disney film. You've got Figaro from Pinocchio. You've got What Are You Doing, Baloo? You've got the Pink Panther, one of my favourites. You've got Looney Tunes Penelope Pussycat. And Skunk Pepe Le Pew thinks he's a cat. And obviously, there is a Pepe Le Pew. And seriously, Apollo, leave. I mean, I know this is very, very exciting. See this wire? This is super exciting. But it's actually not for Apollo, is it? Not for Apollo, no. I've now wrapped the wire around my neck, which sounds rather dramatic. Hello. Yes, this is nice. Perhaps a little bit too close, Mr. Apollo. Nearly called you Baloo then. Whoopsie. Yes. Thank you. What are you doing? Are you going to drive the car? Where are you going to drive? And what you'll see there is that difference between that black, which was, and the Apollo, which is a proper deep black. I mean, like proper deep black. Like a proper deep black, yeah. Those of you who have been with me for a while will no doubt remember his little self from when he was a teeny weeny Kit Kat. Yes. With his siblings, all 8 of them. Now, with any luck, he'll do the Apollo flop. No. Do you mind? Oh, now look what you've done. Oh. Okay. Sorry for all the quick moves, trying to actually, oh my goodness gracious me, no. Well, that's annoying. No, not that way. Peachy, not that way. Peachy, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh no, Apollo, don't you join as well? Oh my goodness gracious me. Well, you know, we were talking about cats and their ability to jump down and fall, and I can't take my eyes off them to tell you more information at the moment. Don't look. I have to look. I'm showing you. I'm looking through the camera. I could close my eyes. I'm not calling a fireman out for a cat. My next door neighbour's got a ladder anyway. I had to call out a fireman. Do you remember when we had the tour and my sister nearly set fire to the house? Good boy, Apollo. You come down. Peachy. Come on, baby. Don't be in the tree. Oh, don't forget, on Together Virtually, we've actually got a postcard competition coming up, which is called Trees. Now, wouldn't this make an excellent shot? Oh. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, but this is Peachy. She has one brain cell, but she hasn't found it yet. No, I'm not scared, Inga. I'm totally chilled about it. Totally chilled about it. Not worried at all. How many, right, I'm going to ask you again, how many bones does a cat have?
230.
Come on, I know you've got this, guys.
13 ribs.
Oh, okay. Tish, 480, 230, 236. Okay, somebody was listening to Catherine. Catherine, if you're still with us, see, Catherine knows. Catherine knows. See, Catherine, what you've done? This is how rumours start. So, let's talk about colours while Peachy just annoys me by going up another branch. Black cats are considered lucky in some cultures. In ancient Egypt, the resemblance to the cat goddess Bastet led to them being honoured. Although I'll be honest, aren't all cats honoured? It's considered lucky if a black cat crosses your path, although we'll be talking about that in more detail at my quiz on Sunday, where I may ask you how many bones a cat has. But I'll probably have forgotten. Ginger cats, now about 75 to 80% are male. So basically, ginger males come from a ginger, calico and tortoiseshell mother. The females need one fully ginger father, and mother has to be ginger, calico or tortoiseshell. What do you think you are doing? Peach? What? Yes, I know. I know. You can't go down. Oh, she looks very cute in the tree, doesn't she? Don't forget. You can still take screenshots on YouTube. We may not have that postcard function. Right, well now she's thinking, what on earth am I going to do? Do you want me to bring you? Or are you all right? No. Now she's just going to... Well, I'm just conscious that I don't think you know what you're doing. No. See? This is exactly what I thought. The tree trunk has got a face, hasn't it?
Not anymore.
Peachy is down.
Woohoo!
There may have been some motherly intervention. Cats are actually meant to reduce blood pressure. Now, gingers, the ginger gene, not ginger jam, which is something else entirely, which produces the orange colour, is on the X chromosome. Females have 2 X chromosomes, so they would need 2 copies of that gene to become ginger. So males only need 1 of them, which is why obviously you get a lot more ginger males than females. Now, ginger toms will father torty or ginger females, or calicos, I should say. If both parents are ginger, they will have, ginger kittens. Oh, isn't that lovely? A whole pile of ginger kittens. Now, tortoiseshells, their colours are mixed or blended with little to no white. And then you also get a dilute tortie. No, I've never seen Peachy up that tree before. But I've never really been here quite such significantly standing in this area of the garden before. Now, there is a Prime Minister's cat called Larry. He's a 16-year-old tabby. He has 835,000 followers on Twitter. He is Chief Mouser to the Cabinet Office. And he's seen off a lot of Prime Ministers. In 2016, Palmerston, who was the Chief Mouser of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, and I've actually been there. I can't remember if I saw him or saw the chair that he was sat in. I have got a mug with him on. He was caught on camera in a standoff with Larry in around Downing Street. And just 15 days later, he nipped into number 10 when the door was left open, and he was evicted by the resident police. On the 1st of August 2016, Larry and Palmerston had a serious cat fight. Larry lost his collar and Palmerston damaged his ear. That's politics for you. Now, on the 7th of August 2020, Palmerston retired to move to the countryside. Some cat superstitions for you. A grooming cat means unexpected visitors are coming. But of course, as we know, that if cats spend 30% of their time grooming, that would be a jolly lot of visitors. If a cat sneezes once, good luck is on the way. If a cat sneezes 3 times, you're going to catch a cold. And quite frankly, you might be catching it from the blasted cat. If a woman's cat eats from her shoes, she will receive a marriage proposal. So I'm going to get a burger, stick it in my trainer, get one of the cats to eat it, and see who comes on up. A kitten born in May will be troublesome. The majority are born between April to September. Apollo was born in August. I would probably reword that and say a kitten born in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December will be troublesome. When moving into a new home, letting the cat enter first brings good luck. And if it opens the door with a key, then it's very lucky indeed. Black cats protect fishermen and sea, and they probably also eat a lot of the fish. Hello, Baloo. Yes, Baloo, I know. But I cannot get you on camera and also give you all this attention. So, yes, if you could park your bot there, that would be marvellous. And then if you could look at me, that would also be marvellous. How about Baloo? 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 Baloo, why don't you completely ignore me? Cats are very contrary, as we all know. But they always look good on a plant pot. Apollo's probably going to have a dig around. Oh, no, we're all right. Thought he might be about to make a deposit to show me up in public. Now, National Cat Day in the US is on October the 29th. International Cat Day. It was set up by the International Fund for Animal Welfare, which is IFAL, which you may have heard of, in 2002. It's a day to appreciate and honour cats like we don't do it every single day. There's approximately 500 million cats, feral and domesticated. There's about, in 2020, 7.753 billion people. Now, cats came in because in about 3000 BC, ancient Egyptians, so we blame Leslie for this one, allowed cats indoors to control mice in the granaries. In 1919, Felix the cat appeared in the short film The Feline Follies. In 2020, the International Cat Care took responsibility for International Cat Day, and that's a British organisation. So, in the US, you've got National Cat Day, you've got International Cat Day, you've got Look at Me Showing Off Cat Day. Oh, well, that was, I did tell you, not one brain cell that she's located yet. She did almost tumbled, Tish, which is why I was slightly concerned when she was quite high up a tree. Oh, there you are. She's demonstrating her boingy-boinginess. Those are potato plants if you're looking in my parts at those little green leafy things. And we're at 45 minutes.
Ooh.
So, any questions? Not you, Apollo. No questions from you. Who's going to be joining me on my big summer quiz on Sunday?
Me.
Because it's summer. Not that we know it. Well, Tish, haven't you been on both? So now you must be super, super knowledgeable. So, Tina, having birthdays, you're challenging me now. So, we have got, Milo had his birthday yesterday, he turned 16. On the 10th, Apollo turns 1. On the 12th, Baloo turns 14. And on the 27th, Peachy will turn 1. Well, hopefully, Joan, it went fast because you're enjoying it. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you to everybody who has been able to leave me a tip on Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal. Both those options should be pinned to the chat. Your support means I can continue to do my tours. Also, if you'd like to, please do like the video. It helps with Facebook algorithms.
Good point.
Although what will happen with this one is after about 24 to 48 hours, I'll make it unlisted and it'll go into the membership area. So, Tina, Baloo will turn 14.
He's now 15.
Thank you, Tish. All hail Leonie and her wonderful cats. Well, I look at Peach and I just think, wow, she's such a gloriously gorgeous girl. Thank you, Lethargy. I'm glad you had fun. Oh, she must be watching tennis. Yeah, the weather here, I'll show you in a minute when Peach stops looking so gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Barbara. It's very kind. I'll show you the sky. And it comes out a little bit bluer on the camera, but it's really quite dark. Susan's had 45 minutes without chocolate. Glad you enjoyed it, Ronnie. And how many bones do cats have?
230.
$947, Tish. Well, that's very close. Oh, thank you, Nat. But unfortunately, no cigar. Oh, let me show you my lavender. Was just a baby plant. Now it's a big plant. And this is indeed, of course, 230. That's the one. This has now gone on the turn, as you can see. Nicole knows the meaning of life. 42 is always the answer, or apparently Oslo. I wish you could smell what I can smell. Right, my lovelies. All my cats have abandoned me. I'm just left with the bunny with the reflective eyes on the back decking. Ah, there's the peach. Peshwani nani. Peshwani nani. Peshwani. Yeah, you see? My cats. No brains. No brains. Whoops. So I'll leave you looking at the Apollo and the peach. And I hope to see you all on Sunday. I'm going to turn it round to me now. What is that on your coat? It was water. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm not entirely sure what's happened with my hair or how it's actually sticking out like that. That's a marvel. It's an absolute marvel. So lots of love to everybody. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh, did you like that? I haven't got my hair sticking out. That looks a bit wrong. So there you go. There was International Cat Day, August the 8th, 2023. So, of course, the cats are now a year older. And Milo didn't show himself, I'm afraid. Who else were we missing? Kato Potato. But we did see Odessa, who's the beautiful calico, Peachy, Apollo, and Mr. Baloo. So I hope you all enjoyed it. As I say, I noticed actually while I was watching, I've broken a nail. So that's pretty dire, isn't it? So I'm going to have to sort that out now. Huh. Never a dull moment, never a quiet moment, I mean. So I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, next Sunday looks to be quite nice. So if it is, I will venture to Sutton Valence. But unfortunately, the weather changes from a day to day, on a day-to-day basis on the app. So keep your eyes out is what I will say. And hopefully I get to see you all again soon. Thank you for those who have liked the video, and thanks if you have been able to send me something on PayPal or buy me a coffee. Take care, lovelies. See you soon. Bye bye.